You are now listening to the Next Gen Ballers podcast with Emkay Junior.
Welcome to today's edition of Next Gen Ballers podcast, the show that gives you the latest updates, gist, transfer news, and insights on young footballers around the world. I'm Emkay Junior, and today we have an interesting topic at hand. Is Mason Greenwood ready to fill Manchester United's number 9 void if Cavani leaves? It is fair to say that it is turning into a frustrating second half of the season for Edinson Cavani at Manchester United. Injuries have limited his game time. Those lack of appearances have translated into lack of goals, and his future at Manchester United is uncertain. Can Mason Greenwood fill this void if Cavani leaves, or should United get a new striker? A reminder that you can listen to this podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and every other podcast platform. I will be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Race and I listen to the Next Gen Ballers podcast on Box to Box. You should listen to.
Welcome back. The topic still remains: is Greenwood ready to fill Manchester United's number 9 void if Cavani leaves? To be part of the conversation, send us a mail at extratimefootball7@gmail.com or send us a DM on any of our social media platforms. Greenwood's goal scoring touch has somewhat deserted him. He has just one Premier League goal in 23 appearances and only 5 in all competitions this season. This is a start he will be looking to improve in the final weeks of the Premier League season, particularly since an opportunity to prove himself as a central striker looks to be emerging. It is felt that his future will see him play more as a number 9 as he gets older and stronger, but there is potentially an opening right now if he can prove himself in this role. Anthony Martial has failed to live up to the expectations this season, scoring just 4 goals in 22 Premier League appearances. I feel Greenwood can certainly add more dynamism to United's attack. The other alternative is a far more traditional number 9 in the shape of Edinson Cavani, who for much of the season had looked like the missing piece for United inside the penalty area. But however, Cavani is unhappy at Manchester United and keen to move on. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be looking into the market this summer, where he will again have to consider his options up front. He can either go into the market to find a world-class striker, or alternatively head into the next season with just Martial and Greenwood fighting for the starting role. Well, that's if he doesn't want to get sacked, of course. United are currently facing budget constraints because of the pandemic, and they can afford to spend big in one position. I think what is sparking this up now is because of the fact that Cavani's father made the revelation that his son would leave Manchester United at the end of the season. And I think United have had it in plan that if they would spend money, they would probably spend money on a centre back next season. But with Cavani now potentially set to leave, and with United having kept 4 consecutive Premier League clean sheets, their priorities in the market could probably shift. That is unless Greenwood can show himself to be the answer. Let's take a break now, and I will be back. Welcome back. There's this argument that Greenwood needs more game in the number 9 position to develop, but I feel for that to happen, United need a stronger presence in the right wing than Daniel James. if they can sign someone better than Daniel James on the right wing, it would eventually force Greenwood to stay central. Now, bringing in a top right winger will take pressure off Greenwood. Deciding not to move for Sancho could not only impact the team negatively, but it could also put more pressure on Greenwood than he is capable of handling at his early stage of his career. That is what I personally feel. And with the Premier League title gone and a place in the top 4 looking likely every week, Solskjaer has enough freedom to experiment in the Premier League if he wishes to do so. I feel he should give Greenwood more games as a number 9 in the coming weeks, but how United spend their money this summer could depend on the outcome, honestly. So in summary, I think Greenwood would end up as a number 9 in the end, probably, but he's so good with his right and left, so he can come in off his right or left or through the middle. For him to be a number 9, I feel he also needs to know how to head the ball. He's got a world-class potential. The fact that he can go both ways, not so many strikers can go naturally onto their left foot and naturally onto their right and finish it, is a defender's nightmare, and is also a promising player, no doubt. But Manchester United have a decision to make this summer. So that's it. Thank you very much. The Next Gen Ballers podcast will return next week Saturday. Be sure to join us. Remember, you can be part of the show by sending us a DM on any of our social media platforms. Till next time, be safe.